You're gonna go up.
Hi,
Hi,
Rosa and
Smile.
Smile.
We're back in California, but we're very much still hung over our experience at the Simula at Wakas concert in
Yeah.
Philippine Arena.
We originally planned to go to the Philippines in July, but when we heard that the concert in featuring is going to be in May, we decided to actually move our trip sooner, right? So that we can celebrate her birthday. It just
Yes.
happens to be her birthday in May, and be able to actually see the concert.
We knew that going to Philippine Arena would be challenging
Yeah.
since we're staying in Pasay with my sister. So we tried to look for rental car with driver because we don't drive in the Philippines, but we can't find any. Fortunately, we found this fan organized shuttle service, and its pickup point is at SM Mall of Asia, which is close to where we're staying at.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
The time for to start off was around 8 a.m.
It's so early.
Very early, right? Considering that it
The
starts at
concert
like
is at 7.
7 o'clock. Even
for VIP,
even
it's
VIP
at
it's 5 o'clock,
5 for
right?
sound check.
But
Yes.
we anticipated that there's going to be a lot of activities before. It might be traffic and all that
Yes.
stuff. So that's perfectly fine.
It was nice to go to the concert with fellow 18 because we
Yeah.
were already hyped up. They were
Absolutely.
playing SB19
Yeah.
songs.
Anong pakiramdam? Bumulugso ng damdam heartbeat.
They all the freebies and food.
Yeah.
Even the food, like the water bottle,
Yeah,
had
little
SB19 stickers, and then they had freebies. They had games with
Yan
prizes.
Manghwans, remember
Oh, they
the
gave
newest
away
Ninang.
manghwans, the ninangs.
Yeah.
They had to take videos
Yeah.
of people in the bus saying,
You had to yell like
"Mang-"
Manghwans
Yeah,
or something like that.
you know, Sponsored. I guess
Sponsored,
it's sponsored.
It's just absolutely fun.
Yes, yes. And then there were games. I
Yeah.
won in one of the games.
Yeah.
They were giving away like big photos of the boys, solo photos from Dunka. I got Ken, but we went with my
Everybody
friend.
told her not
I
to get
know.
Ken.
They're like,
Everybody wanted
the
that one.
pictures are facing down, and
Yeah.
then you have to just grab one.
Yeah.
And they're like, anyone but Ken. And of course, I got Ken. My friend who we were traveling with is a Ken bias, so I gave it to her. So that was fun.
And just to be clear, everyone was saying everybody but Ken because everybody wanted to get Ken.
Yes,
right?
yes.
But so did Ja, so everybody wanted something. So that's perfectly fine. But it was such an amazing kind of trip. It was well organized. It was a fun trip. So much so that the trip to Bulacan to the PH Arena went actually much faster than we anticipated. Or it felt faster.
Yeah, I thought it was a 2 to 3 hour trip. I think it was just an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah. If you're watching Jonna, and Jen,
yes,
the organizers for bus
For
number
bus-
2,
Bus
well
number
done.
2.
Yeah, well done.
So yeah, so when we arrived, the bus parked so far.
Oh, yeah.
It was so far from everything because it's where all the buses park.
It was actually at the very back of the arena.
Philippine Arena, yeah. So we had to walk far. We expected to
Yeah.
walk a lot because
Yeah.
we know that the venue itself is
It's huge.
huge. So from the parking area, we had to walk far
Yeah.
past the food hall to the fan zone area, and we knew that we wanted to go to the fan zone area.
We always wanted to participate in that because all the concerts that we've been to, that was part of the experience is
Yeah.
hanging out with 18, your fellow 18 concert goers, right? We always say it's kind of like a family reunion every time.
Yeah.
And that's when people give away freebies and talk to each other and say, hi, it's been a long time, that kind of thing. So that was part of the community that we really appreciated, right?
Yes, so going in, we already actually saw some people starting giving out their own freebies.
They were crowding this one person,
outside the fan zone, and I think they're trying to avoid that. That's why there's a fan zone. I know in the instruction they said this is where you give away your freebies. Because if a lot of people will do it, then it will be
because that's where
disorganized.
Exactly. So right in front of the fan zone is where the line was formed.
Yes.
And boy, that line was really long, guys. I counted at least more than 10
So
zigs and zags.
Yeah, it's
Just went like it
going
snaked space.
around.
2 lines, right? Mind you,
Yes,
2 lines snaking through. And we got there
Around
just before 10.
Uh-huh.
And we were already like midway of that line.
Yes.
So it was pretty
It
crazy.
was hard because it's hot,
It's
it's
hot,
humid. It rained a bit, and then the sun was out, and then
Yeah, it was a long line. It was crowded. There was no wind, so to kind of help us. So
we had fans, but
yeah,
not really helping.
right. I mean, I got sunburned. I'm miserable.
Puksaan. So at some point, I asked him to just wait on the side
Yeah.
because I know he's more tired than me, because not only are we both jet lagged, he's been going to work US time, waking up at 3 a.m. So I feel so bad
Yeah.
for him.
Between jet lag and work kind of thing, I just
Yeah.
wasn't getting enough
So
sleep.
at some point, he was
I went
staying in the back
for just like a
Yeah,
few
a few
zigs,
zigs.
a few zig in the one
while
side.
my friend and I stayed
Yeah,
in the
So,
line.
It was still like about an hour and a half.
Almost
maybe
2, I
almost
think.
2.
We were outside.
Yeah.
There's no seats.
There's no seats. Okay.
So when it's finally time for us to go in, they checked the tickets,
Yeah.
they stamped it, and then they gave us
Like a
cards,
fan card.
fan zone
Yeah, fan
cards
zone card.
with 12 slots for stamps. So I learned that because they didn't explain, they just gave the cards. So
That's true, they didn't.
So going in, it's a big tent. You'll immediately see the big Acer booth.
Yeah, the first one is that Easter
And
booth.
a lot of smaller booths of different
Along both sides of the
18
zone.
communities.
Yeah.
So the card is basically where the booths will stamp if you get a freebie from them.
So I guess technically you can only receive 12 freebies,
12,
basically. Or
yes.
from freebies from 12
From 12 booths.
booths. Yeah.
So we got 2 cards.
yeah.
But
I was so tired, and our
Yeah.
friend was also kind of
yeah,
tired.
she was starting to
Like I
feel
said,
sick.
that long line kind of drained a lot of our energy. So myself and our friend basically went a little bit towards the end
To rest.
to rest, just sit down. There was a lot of other 18s
Yeah.
basically just sitting down to rest.
I'm tired too, but I'm more excited.
She has a lot more energy.
I'm more excited than tired. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you sit there, I'll go around.
Yeah,
Because
she
we're-
did not need any time to rest.
We're part of US 18, and I know we have a booth there.
Mm.
So I wanted to see our booth and potentially meet the other US 18 people who flew to Philippines as well, because we have our own group chat. We're like, see you at the fan zone. So
Yeah.
so I'm like, where? So I asked around. There's no map inside,
Yeah,
like
there's no map.
where the booths are. So I had to ask around. But when I finally saw the US 18 booth, they don't have any more freebies. I guess a lot of people already got their freebies. But I was happy to meet the I'm bad with names, I'm sorry, but I'm happy to meet the person in there, and I asked if the other US 18 people stopped by, and she said no. I guess not everyone.
It's hard.
It's hard because
It's
the timing too. The line is so long.
55,000 people,
Yeah.
a huge space, and then the timing, right?
Yeah, the timing. Like, for all I know, they've already been there or they're only coming in, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But we were able to. I was able to go to a lot of different booths. Most of the
By the time
I'm
I
just
found her,
looking.
she already had about three
I
or
didn't
four.
get a lot.
Yeah, she already had 3 or 4. So I kind of
Yeah.
like took it from her, kind of, so she
Yeah.
could get some more. Yeah.
Because I was really just looking around, like, what do they have before I file in line? Because the lines are so long,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were giving away the same
Mhm.
the same things anyway.
And some of
But
the groups are really funny, by the way. Some of them, there are groups that are just like shippers.
Yes.
Ken Stell kind of thing was like the one that stood
So
out in
they're
my
giving
mind.
away photos of just Ken with Stell or
Yeah.
something.
And then some of them are like the US 18. I think there's one that 18 for like Europe or something like that.
I saw that,
Yeah.
and the Hong Kong 18, and then I don't know which booth it is, but they have like a photo booth.
Yeah, we didn't get to do that, but
We
they had a
did,
photo booth.
because the line is long.
It's huge.
But there's one booth with the Stel Dunka
Yeah,
IG frame. I was able to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, you gotta talk about who we met.
Yeah. So we surprisingly
Yeah.
we met Chuck.
Yeah, Casual Chalk.
Casual
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah. she was kind of walking around like doing the freebies, and so I was kind of like following her, and I saw her talking to him. I was like, oh my god! So I like
I
walked.
was hoping to meet him.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he'd be there for day 1 or day 2, but I was hoping to meet him because we watch his videos.
Yeah.
There's
Amazing
so
videos, amazing
good.
content. Yeah.
The ones that he does for SB19, it's so detailed. I learn a lot
The
from
history,
his videos. Yes.
I like the lore of SB19.
So I knew from the start that I want to meet him, and he approached us. He approached
you. Yeah. It was awesome with
It was so humbling. Like, oh my gosh, he knows me.
Yeah, and guys, he's a genuinely nice guy. The nice guy that you see on videos, in his videos, is the same nice guy in real life. He was such a nice guy. Like, he told us that he liked our Dunka breakdown kind of thing. And I told him, like, I'm a fan. I subscribe to him as well.
Yeah.
So he's a really nice guy. It's very humbling for him to actually know us.
I know. Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah,
it was nice to meet you.
Hey, maybe there's some opportunities for us to see each other in other events as well. That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
but yes,
that was so nice.
Amazing. I was low-key starstruck, guys. I was low-key starstruck.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
And then while this time, it was me, basically. So while she was like out going drinking some slack.
All over the place.
Because we already saw them, right? Even on the line, there were some people, official people, basically, that were taking videos, right?
Yes.
And this one nice guy came up to me and asked me, "Are you the reactors from the US?" And I said yes. I said yes, and he said that he watched our video reaction of Time and that he thanked us because we liked it and that we cried. And I was like, and he said they made that.
Yeah.
They made that video. So I am like immediately I got smile and said, look, I want to introduce you to the guys that made us cry. It's their fault, right?
Sila daw yung nagpaiyak sa amin.
Sila may sala. Sila po. Very good. Ang galing.
And they also said that they made
made
They also made the video. So I can't tell because they're doing the video, right? So I don't know if they're the director or the camera, like, or all of it kind of thing. But they told us that they made Light and Dam. And it was super, super cool.
And for them to know us,
I
can't.
There's a lot of humbling, experiences there. And then this is the funny part. They asked us if we could dance. And you guys know I don't dance, right? There's the dancer in this organization
I was not
Smile.
prepared. I have to practice. If I need to dance, I have to do a lot of practice. But
I don't think any practice would have helped me at all. Right?
But they actually said, can you dance to Dunka?
Yeah.
Even the simple Dunkana thing.
Yeah.
But he preferred to do his favorite
My favorite part. The one that goes like this.
Because it's cute.
Because it's super cute. I really like that part.
So that's what we did.
That's what we did. Poorly, mind you, but
but we did it.
We did it.
And we were part of the video highlights, the official SB19.
For like half a second.
But still, we were there.
That was like a pleasant surprise.
Thank
like
you
a miracle
so much
kind of
for including us in the highlights video.
Yeah, but so was Chuck as well and some
I
others.
know.
There, right?
Well, if they included us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Chuck and the others, the twins were there. Melanie was there.
Yeah. Let me talk because it happened multiple times, right? So we have a small, humble channel.
Very small.
Right.
Because our channel is mostly our video diaries.
Yeah.
We're not purely reactors.
We can't say that we're actually truly reactors. So when people say that we're reactors, it's still kind of like, are we? Because we talk about the things that we go in our life.
Yeah.
The only difference is that we are 18. We are true 18s. And so
it's
SB19
part of our lives and part of our video diary.
Since it is part of SB19 and their events and concerts and stuff like that is part of our personality, our characters, our lives. It does then become part of what we show in terms of our channel. So there was a lot of moments, even
I
even at the
know.
beginning at like the bus stop kind of thing,
Yeah.
where a lot of people basically came up to us and recognized us and said hi to us and asked to take a photo. Thank you. It's very
Thank you.
humbling. Nakakakilig na
Na nakaka-
nakakahiya.
Yes.
But we want to thank you. We want to thank you for the courage because it was
Thank
really nice for you guys to come up and to say hi. So first that, and then thank you for watching our humble videos and our humble
Yes.
channel.
For me, I enjoy chatting with everyone in the comment section. So to personally meet them and chat with them, thank you so much. It's very humbling.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
very very
you.
humbling. Thank you.
So in the fan zone, we have magnet giveaways.
Yeah,
I made magnets with QR code, and that QR code leads you to the official Damn music
right.
video. And so I didn't know exactly where
We
and
didn't
when
have
to
a
give
booth.
it when to give it away because everyone's busy going around
Yeah.
looking for freebies. So he thought it would be easier for me to just stand like a few feet away from the
From the exit,
exit,
yeah.
just stand there and wait for people to come out and hand them so I'm there like, do you want magnets? When people are walking by, I'm like, magnets, free magnets, do you want magnets? And we were able to give everything away.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So after the fan zone, right?
Uh-huh.
It was already around 1 o'clock, all
Yeah.
past maybe.
Mhm.
So by then we were not only tired, but we got some energy,
Hungry.
but we were hungry.
Yeah.
And though we brought some food,
Yes, we have baon.
we had some chowking like
We-
showbows
We left it in the
in
bus,
the bus.
because our shuttle supposedly has a cooling lounge when they would turn on the AC so we can go back and sit with AC,
Yeah.
eat peacefully
Cool down,
inside the
yeah,
bus.
yeah.
But again, the parking is so far, and we're like, no,
Yeah.
let's not walk that far.
We
So we just went to the food
the
hall.
food hall, and so we ordered like McDonald's. I think.
Yeah, Ninang, McDonald's,
and I
then
ordered some shakes.
yes,
Basically, just
because
help
it's
cool
so
us down.
hot. And shout out to Epi.
Yes, I was gonna say
So
that.
we
Epi, thank
we
you.
met Epi. She's a subscriber.
Yeah.
When we had a light stick giveaway, she was the winner. And so even before the concert date, she's been sending me messages and telling me that it would be nice to meet us, and I would love to meet her too. So we were messaging like, where are you now? And she said they're at the food hall. So we were able to meet them at the food hall.
And thank God, because
Thankfully, they have a table
They had a
with
table.
some chairs.
yeah,
She
we
was
found
with,
some chairs. They magically found some couple more chairs
She was with her friends,
Yeah.
and if not for them, we would probably be eating on
on
the floor.
because that's what a lot of people were already doing, by the way.
Yeah, so
And not that we're
thank you.
beyond that, but it was just
It's
much more
just-
comfortable
yes,
after just a
yes.
long time in line. And
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you, Epi,
Epi,
and
thank you.
friends.
Yeah, and
we
friends.
were able to.
And not only that,
Yes,
right? She was
Epi
also
was telling me she was
Yeah.
with Tita Mylene, Stel's mom, because they're selling scents.
yeah, like
Fragrance,
fragrances. Yeah.
yes. So I was able to buy the Kiss. I think it's Kiss flavor. It smells so good. It smells fresh and clean. It's Bury Me by June
Bury Me,
Lin.
yeah.
June is Tito June, Lin as Tita Mylene. So yeah.
Oh, by the way, the one thing I forgot to say. While I was in line to buy shakes,
Mm.
the Sioux twins were behind me, like two
I did
behind me
not
kind of
see
thing.
them.
So I was too shy as always to kind of say hi to them, like kind of thing. But they were behind me. So
I did not see
Yeah,
them.
yeah. as always, people were like asking to take their photos, and they were very
Oh.
generous enough to
Yeah.
to accommodate them as well.
Aw.
But after
Yeah.
lunch,
Mhm.
it was almost 2 by then, so we decided to go in line because we are able, as you know, we were seated in the VIP area, seated VIP, so we were able to kind of get in earlier, right? So and we knew that there was going to be another line, right,
Yes.
for security and the lanyard kind of pass pickup.
But the entrance is
Yeah.
different based on where you're
The
sitting.
suction, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately for us,
So the food hall is on one side, and
Yeah.
our entrance is on the other
Complete
side. And
other side.
Philippine Arena is so big. So we gained a bit more
Yeah.
energy after resting and eating,
Yeah.
but we
that
had
was
to,
not enough after we actually
we
had to go
had to
back.
walk all the way around the other side. Yeah, because the food hall is on the right side. Our section is on the left.
This place
So
is too
yeah,
big, man.
it's too big, so much walking, and it's so hot. And yet another line.
Another line. And
But
then,
it's very organized.
Yes.
There were a lot of people
yeah,
guiding
Yeah.
everyone where
Yeah.
they should go. There are people with big ask
Signs,
me
yeah,
or if you
yeah.
need help signs to
there
point
was
you to the right
police
direction.
basically in there who actually, I just recalled, they were arresting the people that were selling
Yeah.
materials. I don't think they were
Yeah.
there for the concert, by the way. So they were just out there to sell
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so they were not arrested, but their stuff were
Confiscated. Yeah.
So
So
there
while
was a
waiting for the line to go in, we saw a lot of buses going around
Oh, yeah.
and the motorcade.
Motorcades for Pablo.
Pablo.
Also, like this, this video, van.
The van, yeah.
For Justin, like all the
Plays
members.
his
Yeah,
songs.
All the members had their own
They had
buses
their,
as well
yeah,
going around.
yeah. And I think they had, we were already inside when this happened. There's a
Oh yeah,
a
we saw a photo of
plane
it.
with
Yeah,
the
with the
SB19, the world is yours
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. As she was saying, it's very
80
organized.
is
For
very
all the complaints I have
generous.
about a little bit of my experience, it's a lot of things that there's nothing we
Yeah,
can't do. We can do
yeah,
about.
yeah.
I was, it was hot and humid.
Yeah.
What do you expect,
Yeah.
right? The Philippine Arena was huge. We knew that.
We expected,
right? We
to
expected
walk
that.
a lot.
So for all the walking, all the heat that we experienced, it's just a matter of the location and the weather
Yeah,
that is in the Philippines,
yeah.
right? But for all that, it was very,
very
organized, right?
Yes.
So-
And 18 are
Oh yes,
they're
amazing.
so good at
Yeah.
following the rules, the guidelines.
Yeah, nobody was being a Karen, trying to cut
Mhm.
blinds or anything
Uh-huh.
like that, or fighting with other people.
Mhm.
Everybody was just like sweating and as hot as everybody else in the line, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I felt so sticky. I even have my hands like that because my hands are so
Yeah.
sticky. So yeah.
Did I tell you I got sunburned? I already did, right? But I got sunburned. I got sunburned in the back of my neck. That's
It's
how bad
actually
it was.
embarrassing when people approach us to ask for photos.
Photos, yeah.
Because I feel so like
Yeah.
I'm melting.
I
but
felt
yes.
really pretty, horrible because of the heat. But right, so
But
go back in
But
line.
we all are the same.
Yeah, that's true, I
We're
guess.
all hot.
I was sweating, like
Yeah.
my shirt was
Everybody
just
was
drenched kind of thing,
sweating.
right?
So yeah.
Okay, so going back to the line, right? So the
Uh-huh.
line, we go into back the line.
Uh-huh.
Security first, where they
Uh-huh.
checked our bags,
Mhm.
and then they patted us down to make sure that we're not carrying weapons or anything like
Uh-huh.
that. Surprisingly, they took my pen. They said that that's
they
not
did?
allowed. Yeah, like
You might stab someone with
that's
your
what he
pen.
said.
Oh,
Kind of like sheepishly, she said that I might stab somebody with it. I'm like, okay. Get rid of my pen. No loss there. And then up a flight of stairs.
I know the stairs. There's
Up
no
a flight of
elevator,
stairs.
no
And then
elevator.
even you-
I asked,
Yeah.
is it AC inside when
No.
we go up? She said, no.
No, not yet. So up the flight of stairs into the level of the arena,
Uh-huh.
and where we got our lanyards with
The
the pass,
VIP ID
the wristband,
and a photo
and a
card.
photo card each, right?
Yes.
Only then to get to another line,
Set of
another
lines,
series of lines.
Depending on which door
You're coming
your
in.
seat
Yeah,
is.
you're in your row,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So again, this is part of the organization, right?
Uh-huh.
They kind of wanted to make sure that as soon as the doors open,
Uh-huh.
this
You're
line
on the
goes
right
first,
line.
this
Yeah,
this
uh-huh.
line goes next, and
Yes.
then you're not trying to scramble over
Yes,
people and all
yes,
like that. So
yes.
it's very, very well
Yes.
organized. So for all the complaints I had, that's just on me because I'm old. But
And in there were a lot of food and drink stalls as well where you can buy. And I was expecting, though, I didn't see the damn tree.
oh
The
yeah,
one that they had in BGC because we missed
Yeah,
that.
that's
We
true.
didn't get to see that. I was hoping to see it, but it wasn't there.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But
So yeah,
when they finally opened the doors after a long wait,
AC!
oh,
Yay, aircon!
yeah,
Ah.
that felt great just getting in there.
Yes.
We were told to bring jackets.
Yes,
because it
people
was
were
gonna be
saying, it can get really cold. No, it was just
Maybe
right
partly
after
because it
all
was
the heat.
packed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, okay. We got seated, right, in our chairs. We had a really good view. We can see
Uh-huh.
from the back all the way to the back and then all the way front. It was really good. But even better is we got seated with a couple of people that also recognized us, and they were super, super friendly.
And they had a lot of chica
Yes.
to tell. Thank you.
A lot of things that we didn't know.
We learned a lot more.
We're not gonna spread
information
but
about
just very interesting.
the boys from
and they kept us company throughout the concert, especially on times where she was going somewhere else, because she'll tell you all about that later.
But first, the sound check.
The sound check, yeah.
So during sound check, it started at 5 p.m.
Right.
They did 3 songs. It lasted for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, Dunka,
Time and freedom.
Right.
It was during that time when people were giving them gifts, those in the VIP standing area and the mosh pit area. And I saw Justin go down the mosh pit area. Yeah. They're so lucky.
And even just for that 3 songs, everybody was already so hyped and singing. We didn't think our voices were going to last even from that one. So.
Yeah, I thought I would lose my voice before the concert.
Yeah. So it was really, really cool. But like she said, 3 songs in about 15 minutes. So it was really, really nice. Yeah. And then the break.
Yes, the break. So between the sound check and the actual concert, that's our only chance to eat dinner.
Yeah.
So me and my friend went out to buy dinner while he watches our things.
And really rest them more.
Yeah, he needed to rest some more. So me and my friend, we just went to the nearest food stall that we can see. Of course, the line was long again. But while we were in line, we met one of the lady behind us, Tita Leona. Hello, Tita Leona. We met her in line. She said she recognized me from our videos. And so we started chatting in line. And then, when we got back, I realized that Tita Leona was in our same area.
Just 5 rows down.
Yeah, maybe? A few rows down. And I told him, oh, that's Tita Leona. We met her in line. And then as I was looking at her, she went over to Tita Aldrin and hugged Tita Aldrin. Like, oh, she knows Tita Aldrin. I haven't met Tita Aldrin yet.
She was trying to convince me, basically, to like go up to Tita Aldrin, basically.
Josh's mom.
Yeah, Josh's mom, to take a photo. And I am just too shy for that one. So what I recommended her was, since she already met Tita Leona and had started a good rapport with her, is to go up to her and ask her to introduce her.
So that's what
That's what she did.
I'm like, Tita Leona, do you know Tita Aldrin? Can you please introduce me to her? And then she said, yeah. So we went to Tita Aldrin. Tita Leona said, oh, she's from US.
She's super friendly, by the way. We probably didn't need it, but
yeah, she did. She helped me approach Tita Aldrin, and Tita Aldrin was so friendly. She's like, oh, I like your crown. Can I borrow it? And then we took a picture, and seated in front of Tita Aldrin was Pablo's parents. Yeah. And so Tita Leona said, do you also want a picture with them? Like, no, it's okay. I already took a photo with them when we visited them in Havre de Grace. So I didn't want to bother them anymore, but Tita Leona, thank you so much. She said, oh, but it's a different setting here. You're in the concert. And so she started talking to them and introduced me again. Like, hello, it's me again. Hello, po. But they were so nice to let me
take a photo again. Same person. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we didn't see Justin's parents and Stel's parents in our area, but Tita Leona needed to see them. She needed to give them something, and so she asked me if I want to go with her while she looks for them. Like, yes, please, let me tag along. So I did, and we were able to go to the other section.
Yeah, mind you, normally you shouldn't be able to do that. You're only allowed to go into the section where, for your ticket, right? But somehow they managed to do it.
So, because it's Tita Leona, she's friends with the SB19 moms. So I was tagging along, and so we met Tita Gemma, the parents of Justin. And when Tita Leona introduced me to her, she's like, she's from the US, and Tita Gemma said, oh, him too. And then as soon as I looked, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's James, who is the president of US 18. So we're familiar with each other from the concerts here in US. So I was so excited to see him there too. So we took photos together, and I told Tita Gemma, I'm a Gemanatic since the live dance video. I don't know if you recall
that. I recall that.
Magawa na pa pag live, nagsasayaw? Ha? Tapos ano? Tita, ibang live yun, tita. Ay, ano ba yun? Tita, ibang live yun, nagsasayaw. Tita, Gusto mo ba, tita? Mag-live lang naka-brave? Tita!
And she said she can't believe that that video is still alive.
Oh,
She
it's
said,
very much alive.
like she doesn't know what kind of a legend she's become because of that video. But yes, thank you so much to Justin's parents too for taking a photo with me. And then Tita Maylene and Tita June did too. Thank you so very much. They're so accommodating. They're so generous with their time. And special thank you to Tita Leona.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
You made her a very successful fangirl yet again.
And actually, she said that Ken's mom is also there.
Right.
But I said, oh, I'm not even going to ask to be introduced because I know she's very private. And I respect that. And I'm just so happy that I'm so happy for Ken that his mom is there. So, yeah.
All the while I was sitting and actually, like I said, talking to our fellow 18s that are seated.
Yeah.
So shout outs to them because I was entertained. Kept me company during that time.
Yes.
And then while she was getting food, there was a contest. Basically, it was an Acer sponsored dance thing where the camera panned basically to the audience, and whoever who was caught dancing really good, won a prize, and they were told to go up to the Acer booth for a prize, right?
And then they had the karaoke
time.
Yeah.
And this is the start of many wow moments for me. This is the defining the defining factor, I think, in all of the things is the fact that there's 55,000 people.
Yes, because during this time, everyone was already
came in. Correct. After the sound check, right?
Yes.
So everybody, imagine you're in the middle of 55,000 people singing the same song
in tune
at the same time, except for one person maybe. And it was amazing. It was like, oh my god!
I kept looking like, oh my gosh, everyone's singing.
It was amazing.
There's a lot.
It was like, oh my gosh, like. This is how it feels to be in that kind of part of that group.
It's
amazing.
Surreal.
Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, the light, the wave.
Oh, the light stick. So
somebody started at the very top.
Yeah.
So they did.
We did the light stick wave.
They did the light stick wave
before the concert.
Yeah, before the concert even started. So they were going back and forth. Everybody was like applauding.
I don't know how many times it happened. So
and then our section did it,
and then back.
Come back.
And then it
come back.
Go again. And then back again. Like, when will this stop? But I keep doing that too.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I think that's enough. But every time it came to us, like, woo! I want to say around 10.
Participate.
Came back like 10 times kind of thing. It was really funny.
So
and then all that before the concert even started.
Yes.
And then the concert started.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, that's the second wow, oh my god moment.
So it started with this lady coming up.
Yeah.
But the stage.
Let's talk about the stage.
The setting. So there's like a hill in the middle and two on the side. I didn't even realize that's a big screen in the back.
The entire screen, the entire wall in the back was a giant screen, basically.
So the lady came up, and then the Simula at Wakas logo started coming up. Yep. The animation was so good. And
they were playing like and
then all the kakulto. This is
all
why we wanted to wear something with hood because we know that it's the theme. So a lot of people came out with the hood.
I don't know how many, 50 people. Like it was a lot.
They were filling up the stage, and then all of a sudden I just blink, and then there's 5. I'm like.
Wow!
Literally, my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
Like,
we had to watch many times to figure out how it happened because it
on
felt
our
like there
video.
was 50 people like
And then-
singing and dancing to Damn.
Yeah.
Yep, to
Yeah,
Damn.
they were playing.
And then
Damn.
all of a sudden, just five
In
of
the blink of an eye, I'm like,
all of a
wait,
sudden, yeah.
what happened? It's like magic.
Yeah, it just all of a sudden just the five boys standing there
That was
in their
so
hoods.
effective.
And then they started taking it off.
But behind them, even the big screen.
Oh, yeah.
With them as the statue.
Yeah, the
when
statues came up, and then it started crumbling, and they started taking off their hoods. Dude,
that was
super effective.
Epic entrance.
Oh, so
Epic
it was.
entrance.
Oh my! I think, pardon me, because if you watch the show, I think I might have said something.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just because I was just super surprised.
Yeah.
I was
Jaw drop.
yes.
Literally.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
That was amazing.
Amazing.
And then but so they were playing Damn, but they didn't start with Damn. They started with What.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is the beginning line of What is Nagsimula
right.
na. So
That's
that's
a
a good
perfect start.
starting song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, right? So the entire time there were fire bursting out from the stage. There were
and the lights.
the lasers were like just all over. There was smoke billowing from the stage. There was in the backs in the screen. There were lightning flashes, basically.
This is why we really wanted to experience this concert in Philippine Arena because the production is
it's out of this world, man.
Yeah.
And look, there's a really positive about the smaller venues
definitely.
like San Francisco.
I love our setup here in San Francisco because we can see them much closer.
Which much more intimate because it's just us and them.
And the five of them.
So we get to see.
I like that too. Please
don't change that at all. We get to see the minute details of the dance kind of thing.
Yes.
We have a lot more interaction.
It's just them and their talent on stage.
Right.
Filled the stage.
But like I said, the
effects, the production in Philippine Arena, in the Philippine concerts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there are a lot of times when I'm just looking around because there's lights coming from different places and the wristbands. Everyone has wristbands from VIP to Gen Ad. We have wristbands and the lights, they control the lights. So it goes on and off at the same time and the effect.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
They did not hold back. They really did not hold back on this concert.
Yeah.
I'm sure they made it harder for themselves to do all of this, but it amounted to a very amazing experience for the concert goers, for us concert goers, right? So there's so much to say. And that was even the first song.
That's
the
just
first
a
song.
What.
Right?
And then they followed with Mana and Gento.
Yeah, Mana. And then Gento,
It's always a crowd favorite. And then Moonlight. They changed Moonlight. It's sexier.
And again, this is what I mean about like making it harder for themselves. If they sang Moonlight as it was, it would have been like, people would have loved it. We would have loved it. But they changed the arrangement.
Yeah.
So much so that it's like a completely different
song.
Yes, right? Sexier, actually. It really is. And so they had to memorize that and they had to practice that all at the same time. And so then it translates to a different experience of that song. Right?
Yeah.
And so we didn't just come in to hear them sing the same songs we've already been listening to. It's a completely different experience when you actually come to their concerts. This is why people are going to the concerts, because they want to have this different concert experience, right?
Yes.
So amazing. The Moonlight rearrangement, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Then Moonlight, and then I Want You, Golden Hour, Wyatt, and then
Golden Hour.
Dunka. Everyone's just hyped with Dunka.
Dunka was amazing. They had
the big crab.
Yeah, the giant crab in the screen, and at some point it was like dancing too.
And I love their pink outfits with Josh's backpack. It's so cute.
And again, it's just such a different experience when
it's live.
When it's live and it's 55,000 people. There's so many times.
Effects.
Yeah, there's so many times that I'm not even looking at them. I know I should be, but I'm I'm taking it all in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like looking around and just going back and forth. I'm like, oh my God, the lights, the shouting, when somebody's crying, most people are crying, or at least like, you know, teary eyed.
To be in the middle of it all.
It's just a completely different experience. It's an amazing experience.
And then Bazinga the line swap.
Again.
It took me a while to realize, wait, why is he singing that line?
Yeah.
But yeah, again, they made it different. I mean,
they made it more difficult for themselves. But again,
Stel and Ja were the ones rapping.
The singers are not the singers, but the ones that usually do the melodies and all that stuff are the ones doing the rap lines. Amazing, and Ken and Josh did really well. If nobody knew how it was originally, they would have easily thought that was the original.
They did a really fantastic job. Really well.
Yeah, fantastic job.
So cool.
And again, they made it hard for themselves, right? Because they had to play,
they had to memorize
all that and to practice and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But again, Bazinga is a little bit of an older song, right?
But it sounded fresh.
Fresh again.
It felt new.
Right. And again, if they sang that as it is, it's a really cool song.
I know.
We would have loved it.
We would love it.
They did not hold back, guys. They really did not hold back on this concert.
And then 8-ton ball. Oh my gosh, this is a crowd favorite. And to be able to watch them perform it for the first time live with the dance.
Yes, the dance is really cool.
The dance is so cool.
Yeah. Because we've only seen, obviously, the lyric video of it, right? So to actually see the dance and be performed live on stage, it was amazing. On top of the fact that it's a crowd favorite, so everybody is like jumping up and down. I think it was at this time
when everyone was standing.
Yeah.
It's 8-ton ball.
So, it was amazing. It was amazing. And then after that was
Cream Zone. Another. It's the part where they were they
like
had the smoke guns
kind of thing. Yeah, everyone's like shh. Like,
that was so cool. But Crimson is always this chaotic,
I feel
fun feel.
Crimson, 8-ton ball is like the Crimson for this, like or this EP basically.
Yes.
Like that hype music, that crowd favorite kind of thing, right?
And then it was a pause, but even when they pause, there's always something going on. There's
just to be clear,
they're projecting something on the screen.
Correct.
Like there's a story that's being
correct. They want to make sure that the mood continues throughout the time, even during breaks. So there was no silence or dead time kind of thing, right? There was something always showing. There was always something being played. Right? Again,
and then
very amazing experience.
Some people started going up the side heels.
Oh right, on the side.
The effect of that,
and they started
so
singing with them, like so. Basically, had this choir effect.
And everyone
again, a
was
different experience.
Along, so
55,000 people singing with them.
Like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. That's what I keep doing.
Yeah, I keep looking around.
Gosh, you have to look at.
Right, because every time, right? So the light sticks changes colors, right? The new ones, the dusk ones.
Yeah.
The dusks automatically sync
but
with the song.
I have the white.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I was using it. People just there's even like 4 or 5 colors. So it's easy to change.
But they're like, okay, let's manually change the color.
But the impact is that everybody had the same color on their light sticks while people are singing and people are waving it, and to hear people singing and the voice singing. And the entire crowd basically vibing to it. Amazing experience. I can't help but keep looking and taking it all in.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
Niebe, time. Oh my gosh, time. And then Quit.
Something about Quit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool song, don't get me wrong. But it hits differently when it's in a live concert. Hits differently.
Tagos sa puso.
Yeah.
Especially, how I would
you're right.
it.
Especially that part where they sing, ayoko mamatay. And everybody's like singing it. And you can see like, especially that's Ken's part, right? Where he's just like belting it out with full emotion kind of thing.
Yeah.
And everybody's singing with him. Yeah. It's a completely different experience. Completely different experience. It's not, like I said, it's already cool enough when you're singing and listening to it, but hearing it in a concert like setting
with everyone singing along
hits differently. It's different, man.
And then Mappa. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
dude.
When Josh introduced Mappa, everyone cried.
I really like that vulnerability that they show, and it's
Yeah.
thank you SB19 for allowing us to see that vulnerable side of you guys. For Josh to come out and say that when
That's
he said
very
introduce the song,
personal. That's very
and
personal.
you can hear the emotion in
Yeah.
his voice. His voice was cracking basically with emotion. He
Yeah.
even said like he doesn't know how he's gonna perform this, right?
Yeah. Because his dad
is
is there
yeah.
at the concert, first time watching them.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
so happy for him.
I really think Mappa is one of those songs that's gonna transcend time. It's gonna remain even when SB19 is gone, kind of thing. I think it's one of those songs that's just here to stay.
Generation, it will be sung for generations to come.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, and then Shooting for the Stars. It's so cute. The dance is so cute. The song itself is really cute.
It's one of our favorites actually of the
but
series.
the dance, it's so cute when they do like that.
And the entire time on the back of the screen, they had stars shooting out. Basically,
it's shooting upwards actually. Normally, the shooting stars are downwards, but it's upwards,
they're
so
shooting
it's
for
actually
the stars.
cute.
Yeah, it's really cute.
And they're already in shirts, so it's more comfortable for them. And then after that,
we counted this, right? They had 5 costume changes, about 4 costumes.
About 5 costumes, but they changed back to some of them.
Right. Again, they did not make it easy for themselves, right? So they could have just sang in the same outfit or 2 outfits, and I would have already appreciated that. I know
they had 4
outfit changes. So 5 outfit changes, right? So amazing.
4 outfits, and then for Freedom, it was the part where they were lifted up.
Another element,
It was during Freedom when they had the big balls. I don't know where it came from.
It started from the bottom, from the mosh pit and standing area.
So there were big
giant, not this. No. Giant.
Rubber balls.
Giant. Yeah. Inflated balls.
Colors.
It does. No? Yeah, I don't know how they did that. But
so people were passing it around. It went up to the GA.
It passed us at some point. Yeah.
So of course I was watching them. And the ball went up. It had to go down. So as it went down, I'm not looking. I don't know. I didn't know it was coming to me. It bumped me.
It hurt twice.
2 balls hit me, and it really hurts.
It sounded really bad, by the way.
It really hurts. The balls, so it hit me. I was wearing this crown, so there's a metal around my head, and it hit me, so the metal hit my head. That hurt.
Yeah, it was fun.
I know it's for fun. It actually looks really good when I was watching it go around. I just did not expect. I didn't know.
But the other element, right, was that raised platform. It was like a circular platform, and the boys, thank God, were like strapped in. Right?
They were harnessed.
Harnessed, and you could tell because at some point they took time. When they actually finally went back down, they took time to like take off the harness. Like Ja and Stell were standing up, at least for day 1, and then the other 3 were sitting down. So that was really sorry, and that was before Salamat, right? That was
Salamat.
And then he, Stell, I remember, introed it by saying
18 Salamat.
And that already felt so genuine.
Yes. And
until they actually sang it.
And that part where they sang it separately. Oh my gosh!
Ako rin nagpapasalamat. Ako rin nagpapasalamat. Kami nagpapasalamat. Salamat sa mabay sa paglalakbay.
Again, Tagos. We felt that. I think Salamat will always be special for me and for all 18 because it's that song that was written for us.
Specific for 18, yeah.
And they sang it individually,
Yeah.
in their own way.
Yeah. That was another one of those wow, oh my God moments for me. Like, oh my God. Like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it again, because to experience that, basically, like I said, them singing Salamat is always going to be special to 18. But for them to do it that way, where they individually sang from their heart, you could tell.
You could tell.
By their own way. Their own way.
Yeah.
And then they joined together at the end. It was beautiful.
I really
beautiful.
Felt seen. I really felt their appreciation and how they value 18. And I really hope they also know how thankful we are to them. Not just for their songs, but for the inspiration that they give, the joy that they bring us. Salamat din. Salamat din talaga.
That was so heartfelt. That was so amazing. Yeah. Thank you for that part.
Yes, and after that, it was the part where they already said goodbye. They did their bows as usual, the lowest bow they can give. They're so humble. But of course, no one
believed it, because there was one missing song. There was like one piece. Damn, right? They haven't even sang Damn.
Damn.
They left and then they came back for Damn. And it was a fitting last song, basically, the concert, because they started out with Damn for the CP, right? So it's amazing for this album, I should say. So it was really, really amazing, as expected. The dancing, the hype, everybody was singing with them.
Yes.
The laser shows were like going crazy. The smoke.
There were fireworks.
So crazy. It was like you don't even know where to really focus. Right?
The lights, the laser lights. Yeah. So many things going on. It's amazing.
Yeah. So.
And then they ended with that one girl again.
Oh, right.
Going up the hill.
Yeah, right.
But this time with the golden tree. And she's holding an apple. I really think that's the girl group.
They didn't, they showed her face, or at least they didn't block it, but we couldn't tell, like, if it's the same girl from the music video.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
But that's how they ended the
and the part where they disappeared.
Oh God, yes.
The ending. Like,
yeah. That's where Pablo fell.
Oh yes, Pablo, I hope you're okay.
I hope he didn't get hurt too much. But again, they didn't make it easy for themselves, right? They went all out. They didn't put any stops to this concert, including potentially like some dangerous kind of stuff, right? So I'm hoping Pablo's still okay, but it was an amazing ending, because that's how they ended it. They basically just jumped, and then the effect is that they disappeared.
A blink of an eye, they're gone. And then the lady came up.
So overall, it was an epic, legendary concert, from start to finish.
I'm so glad we were there to witness it, because it's different when you're there in the middle of everything.
Very different. There's just, like I said, it's having 55,000 concert goers along with you in that huge arena, and having that concert just hits differently, right? There's a lot more interaction, a lot more noise.
Oh, I forgot to mention, we did the flag.
Oh, right.
We were asked to bring
A4
colored paper, depending on your section, so we can put it up for
during Mapa.
And then we formed a big flag. I wasn't able to get a picture, obviously, because I'm part of
the highlight video actually showed.
Oh, really?
We're
on the white area.
We're in the white area, so white, red, and red, white, and blue, basically. So that was good. There was a lot, right? Like a lot. Like there was a lot of kulitan where all the shippers were like, screaming, because there's a lot of like times where Josh and Stell and Justin and Josh, like Pablo. Oh my gosh, the joke between Pablo and laki na yung mga bata. O nga, Junard.
Yes. Lumalaki na mga bata.
I mean, to share that experience with 55,000 people, it's truly amazing.
Oh, and we forgot. So, before the start of some songs, they were flashing texts.
Oh, the scripts. Yeah. like the Saw scripts. I think they made it up, right?
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it what it's called? The Saw Simula at Wakas
Well, I
alphabet. Let's
yeah.
just call it that.
There you go. There you go.
So,
We
so
noticed it in the experience, right? It was on a wall,
yes,
basically.
yes.
Yeah. And they were doing it in across the music videos and stuff as well, right?
There were seven scripts,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Genesis, Echoes, Reckoning, Exile, Fracture, Cosmos, Dawn.
Interesting.
7.
So there's basically 7 parts to
in
the concert. Right.
And yeah, it's like a circle. Genesis and then
Interesting. Genesis, right? And they started with
beginning.
what? With nagsimula. So
Yeah.
basically it's how they started. Interesting.
And Dawn is the dam.
Right.
I don't remember
Yeah,
where the parts were cut,
Mm.
but yeah, 7.
Oh, very good.
And they're turning 7 years this year.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
yeah. So they sang 19 songs.
19 songs,
SB19, and all SB19 songs.
Right.
No opening act other than 18 karaoke.
Yeah. Yeah,
No
that was the
opening
opening act,
act.
yeah.
No collaboration.
collabs. No solos.
No solos. I thought they were gonna do their solo songs, but no, it's pure SB. We came to watch SB19, and that's exactly
We got
what we
100%
got.
SB19. And it's
Wow.
as we're not new to concerts, right? So it's typical that you have an opening act.
Or
It's-
someone in between, so
or
you
someone
can rest.
right. Or collabs or anything.
Yeah.
So we're not doing it. So that would have been totally acceptable.
Yes.
But the boys gave us 100% their all.
Pure SB19.
Like I said, they did not
Make
pull
it-
any
yeah.
stops on this one. They
Mhm.
made it as the best concert that they
Yeah.
could potentially.
Whether it's difficult for them,
Whether it's difficult or dangerous for them, for that matter.
they're all thinking about giving us the best experience possible.
And that's all we got.
I want to tell you that we got
That's
that.
all we got. Hands down.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
like
you.
mind-blowingly amazing, right? And we've been to really good concerts. We've been to like
Taylor Swift, Ed
Aerosmith,
Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran kind of thing, right? This is
at that level.
if
It's
not
at
more.
that
To be
level,
honest,
or it could be more.
I actually feel it's
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
I mean, it like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Well, actually, the Taylor Swift had the jumping thing as well. So at least at that level, guys, at least at world class level. So this is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's at
Amazing.
that level.
Yeah,
Yes,
amazing.
thank you so much.
Super sulit.
I would do it all over again in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
even with all the heat and humidity.
I would have planned better, for me at least.
But yes, that was so sulit.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Some people were actually saying they got more than they paid for. But
I understand that.
because
I understand
it is. It's
Yeah.
so good.
We got so much. I mean, like I said, 19 songs.
Yeah.
19 songs. All SB19 songs.
Yeah.
No, like
With
back
all
of
the effects, the props, you can
Yeah.
actually see in the details.
Actually, I agree with some of that things. We might have like
Kulang pa.
kulang pa
Hindi
binayan
na
namin actually. Yeah,
Yes, thank you so much, SB.
we'll make it up to you guys. We are going to the other concert.
Oh, yes. We're going to the San
We're going to
Francisco,
San Francisco concert as well.
But yes, what was
Wow.
your favorite part?
So, like I said, to me, the biggest impact, the thing that had the biggest impact was the fact that we shared this experience with 55,000 people, right? So that's the biggest that had that had the biggest impact, right? But the favorite part would have been
My
salamat.
favorite is salamat too. Yeah. Their individual salamat lines.
Yeah,
Because
that
it really felt like they
That
were
touched my heart.
singing it for me.
Yeah.
For all the 18.
Yeah,
So,
everything was
yeah.
like amazing. It was great. It was like, oh
yeah,
my gosh, it's
the
hype.
party feel.
Yeah, everything was great. Everything
yes.
great. But this one was like personal. This one
Yeah,
touched
it felt
the heart.
personal.
Yeah.
That's a good word. It felt personal.
Yeah.
So thank you too. Thank
You
you.
could
Thank
tell.
you too.
Yeah, could tell from their
Ah.
individual parts, like individual like way they sang that part. Touched my heart. So again, thank you SB19 for that amazing experience. Thank you for everybody that was
Yes.
part of that
Yes.
experience, from the
Yes.
people that's organizing on the ground, the people that in the background,
Everyone working
production,
behind the scenes, the dancers, W3,
Dance at W3, amazing.
the band,
Yeah, Yep, the band, the videographers or video people
Mm-hmm.
that we met, and all the 18 that also made that experience the
Yes,
best experience that we've
yes,
ever had.
yes.
Thank you to all our fellow
Yeah,
18s
uh-huh.
there.
And you know,
You guys were amazing.
18 is really good because the people behind us, they actually brought their own garbage
Yeah,
bags
yeah,
so they can
yeah,
clean
yeah.
as you
There's a
go.
person like a couple of seats from us that bought more pizzas than they can actually really have,
So they
so
can
that they can share it.
share. Like
Amazing,
this is just
amazing
this
community. This is why
fandom is
I love this
yeah,
fandom. I love this
it's
community. Yep.
family. They're all yeah, they're all kind. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us.
That's it for us.
Bye.
Bye. Didn't your friend ask you to go to the
Oh
second this
yes,
day two?
I was given the chance to attend day 2 concert. My friends had an extra ticket. I wanted to go. I already told them I would go, but it's my sister's birthday and she wanted to celebrate earlier while we're there. So I said, okay, I'll choose family since I've already watched day 1 anyway. But even my siblings are telling me they think I made the wrong choice, but that's for another story.